How to get the best car price for either new or used cars. We first produced this video in the summer of 2024, and after doing a ton of car deals for our fans, we decided it was time for an update. As we did in the previous show, we start today by talking about how you can avoid negotiating your next car deal. And yes, if you're not a skilled negotiator, you really should avoid negotiating. Sounds a bit counterintuitive, right? But that's what we're going to do for you today. Next, we move on to 6 key steps that you need to get right or you'll lose on your next trip to a dealership. Hi, I'm Kevin Hunter, known for the last 15 years as the Homework Guy, and I'm really proud to say our channel has become the most trusted voice when it comes to car buying advice. At the outset of this video, we are assuming that you've already done your research and narrowed your choice of vehicles down to 1 or 2 specific models and are very close to making a purchase, other than maybe needing to do a little groundwork first. The amazing Elizabeth joins me now to cover these all-important steps.
The process we're outlining here works best if you give yourself at least 7 to 10 days to go through all the steps. This is to make sure there's enough time to compare all your prices.
If at any point in this process this just seems like way too much work for you to do just to get a good deal, you know you can always hire the most talented car buying service team to do it all for you, hassle-free. It's the best deal available on the market with the best average payback and savings, an average of 4.3 times. Every step that we're talking about here today, our team of coaches here at the Homework Guy team does every one of them for you. They can even contact as many as 30 dealers in extreme cases to get the best possible deal for you. For more information, see our hassle-free car buying service available on our website, thehomeworkguy.com. The payback is so good and it's earned in a few different ways. Part of the savings comes in the form of a discount off the sales price, but there's another big chunk of savings that happens as a result of shaving off dealer fees and add-ons that dealers are so famous for adding to their car deals. That number is generally around $3,000 on average. Okay, moving on. By now you should have already done your test drives and you know the exact trim, colors, and options that you want. If you're not at this stage yet with either a new or used car, don't worry, you'll still get plenty of useful information from watching this video to help you nail it down. The further ahead you have the information you need, the more time you'll have to prepare and comparison shop every portion of your car deal.
Unfortunately, most car shoppers make a critical mistake that costs them thousands of dollars in the end. The problem is that most car buyers have tunnel vision when it comes to getting a great deal for themselves. They focus only on the price of the vehicle, leading them to ignore other areas such as their financing costs, dealer fees and add-ons, their trade-in, and even the cost of car insurance.
Absolutely.
One of our main objectives is to get you to see that buying a car is way more than just negotiating the price. Some of you will be surprised when I say, for many people, getting past the negotiating part is actually the easy part. And don't worry, we're going to show you exactly how to make it easy for you. By following our OTD process that we recently updated on this show titled OTD Negotiation Hack, and then by doing the necessary homework, you can easily get the best price available, and in the process you can cut out tons of back-end dealer finance fees and add-ons.
Now, for those of you who really don't like to negotiate, here's a major secret for negotiating the lowest price possible. The secret can be summed up in just 2 words. Don't negotiate.
Don't negotiate.
That's right. Avoid negotiating entirely. Sounds counterintuitive, as I said in the beginning, doesn't it? But it's actually very simple. By following this process, you're going to let the dealers do the work for you. The golden rule you need to follow is to get OTD prices from at least 7 or 8 different dealers. You just need to do enough work. That's all. I didn't say try to get 7 or 8 quotes. I said actually get them. Since half of dealers don't respond, you'll have to contact at least 15 dealers to get this information. Sound too tough to do? Well, that's exactly what our team of coaches do. If you don't get the price you need with this many attempts, look even further. As many of you are aware, we do offer hassle-free car buying service, and despite our terrific skills that we have on our team, sometimes we have to contact as many as 30 dealers for some of the car deals that we get. In some extreme cases, it could be even more. Notice how I didn't say start negotiating prices at this point. I said collect prices. There's a major distinction. That's all. Collect prices. Most dealers will offer you deeply discounted prices with zero negotiation as long as 2 things are clearly communicated. 1, they must know that you're getting prices from their competition, and 2, you only contact them online or via phone.
Whatever you do at this point, do not go into the dealership. Never collect pricing info in person. That technique died when the pandemic hit. You should never leave discussions about pricing to a later time when you're physically at a dealership. That's way too late in the process, and you'll pay big if you do that way.
Big time. The bottom line is that more dealers you collect prices from while you're relaxing in the comfort of your home, the better your chance of landing an incredible deal is. It only takes a little time and effort on your part to do this, and it can be worth thousands of dollars.
When I've done direct price negotiations on behalf of car buyers, especially in recent years, I've often received similar prices from the first 3 to 5 dealers I contacted, and it wasn't until I got the 6th or 7th response that I would receive a bid undercutting the competition, and often by a large margin, sometimes as much as $1,500. But as I talked to each new dealer, I said, "Thanks for the info. I want you to know I already have prices from 5 other dealers, and nobody has earned my business yet." That incentivizes the dealer I'm talking to dig even deeper.
We say it all the time. Use the word earn when you talk about doing business with dealers. Say, I've received pricing from 5 other dealers, but I'm still looking for a dealer who wants to earn my business. It works like magic.
The lesson here is this. Don't be discouraged if you get similar pricing from the first few dealers you contact. It could be that there's just not a hungry dealer in the bunch. Unfortunately, most car shoppers will usually stop looking after contacting only 3 or 4 dealers, and that's definitely not going to cut it. Getting price quotes from at least 7 or 8 dealers is what I found to be the magic number.
As I said earlier, in order to actually collect 7 or 8 different prices, you're going to have to contact way more than 7 or 8 dealers.
Right.
It will be more like 15 dealers. Count on only half of them getting back to you, and it's most likely they don't respond because they're not price competitive, or it's possible they don't even have the car. Don't let that discourage you because they were definitely a dealer who wouldn't have given you the deal you were looking for anyway. I need to add this right here. If one of the dealers gives you a price quote that seems just way too good to be true, we're talking about thousands of dollars lower than any other dealer. This could potentially be a dealer trying to scam you. This could be a setup, otherwise known as a bait and switch. If you suspect this might be the case, ask the dealer for additional pictures of the vehicle that aren't already on their website. If they can't produce the pictures, they aren't likely to have the car, so you should stop contacting them. Another common situation is where the dealer is quoting you a price based on rebates or other incentives you don't actually qualify for. Some dealers include what's known as qualified rebates into the price, such as rebates reserved for military or college grads, and often can't be used at the same time. The dealer knows it's shady to do this, but a lot of people see the low price and get enticed. Make sure to ask if the price includes qualified rebates.
For any doubters out there, let's talk about why this non-negotiation technique actually works. Car dealers don't want you to figure out that cars are just commodities. A brand new Toyota Camry being sold in New York is essentially the same as a new Camry sold in California. If you're in any market where 7 merchants are selling the exact same product, it would be foolish to buy from the first one you came across without knowing what the others are willing to sell it for. It's exactly the same situation here with vehicles. Why would you get pricing from just 1 or 2 dealers when the exact same product is being sold at dozens of other locations at varying prices?
Catching the right dealer at the right time is also key to your success. Car dealers will sell you a vehicle even below cost if you catch them at the right time. It may be because they're trying to meet a monthly sales quota and only need 1 or 2 more sales to do it, or perhaps the car has been sitting on their lot for too long and needs to go.
Sure.
Time and inventory does matter. If you happen to contact the dealer during one of these times, you're going to land a great deal without much effort on your part, guaranteed. By casting your net far and wide, your chances of finding one of these buying opportunities increases dramatically. By the way, our car coaches have access to all this kind of information, which is one of the reasons they know the best time to exploit a dealer's vulnerability.
All right, as promised, here are the 6 exact steps to follow. Step number 1, gather automated price bids first. Everyone is looking for a quick and easy way to get a good deal. Unfortunately, it does take work and effort to guarantee the best price, but the first step is so simple and it will take you 80% of the way towards your goal of getting the lowest price on your next car. Included in this video are some top recommendations for automated price quotes. Unfortunately, many car shoppers will stop after this first step because the rest of the steps require manual work and can take a few hours to complete. This is fine if you just want a fair deal and are not willing to spend a lot of time to get it. However, if you want the guaranteed best price on your next car, you need to complete all the steps that we're outlining here today.
Start with TrueCar.com. TrueCar is one of the few car price quote services that we do recommend using. We have covered them before, but a lot has changed since that video. TrueCar does provide good upfront prices because most of the time, so much that dealers started a backlash against the service, pressuring state legislatures to outlaw it. They were afraid TrueCar was going to take all the profit out of their cars. Anything that gets dealers this upset is definitely a good sign for car shoppers.
Right.
To see the TrueCar price, which is free, you'll need to select a vehicle you want, then click on the button that says See Actual Pricing. You then fill out your information to see which dealers are offering discounted prices through TrueCar.
Next up is Cars Direct, which is another reputable free service that's been around for decades and has a large network of dealers ready to provide price quotes. We will link both of these in the description box below.
This next step is the undoing for many of you. It's the manual time-consuming work you must do for that elusive best car deal. The next step is to manually locate all nearby dealerships. While the online price quote services can save you time and money, it's not guaranteed that all dealers in your local area are participating. Perhaps they didn't pay to be on the national sites, but it doesn't mean that they don't have some good deals to offer. You want to make sure you have at least 7 price offers from different dealers, right? These will include some manually collected prices. This means you'll need to locate and contact additional dealers near you, and in a moment we'll show you exactly how to do it and what to say. Depending on where you live, you may only have 1 or 2 dealers within an hour's drive, so you're going to have to increase the distance until you go to a list of at least 15 dealers to contact. Yes, some of those dealers may be hundreds of miles away, but if you still want to get prices for the purpose of leverage against your local dealers, you're going to have to do this. You can find each dealer's contact info by doing a Google search and starting with the brand of the car, plus a dealer name like this example, Toyota dealer near me. You can also visit manufacturer sites and look for links that say, find a dealer, or locate dealership. They're easy to find that way.
Step number 3, here's where the rubber hits the road. You'll need to get price bids from remaining dealers. Up until now, we've given you the low-hanging fruit. It's quite possible the best deal may end up being through an automated service like TrueCar, but if you want to be positive that you're maximizing savings, you need to do a little bit more work. You're going to have to contact the remaining dealers the old-fashioned way.
You should have printed a list of all relevant dealers near your location. Now's the time to start checking the TrueCar dealers off of that list. See which ones responded and make note of their price bids. As for the rest, you're going to have to manually collect them until you have a total of at least 7 or 8 different prices. Start with the dealerships closest to you and work your way out from there. We recommend calling all dealerships within 200 miles. If the list is extremely long, then call only the dealers that have a large inventory of vehicles. All you need to do is call and ask for the internet sales manager or another member of the management team. These types of salespeople typically offer the best deals. If the dealership doesn't have an internet manager, just ask for a fleet manager instead. Both of them are far kinder to customers than a salesman working the floor. The goal of each call is to get the internet manager to email you their best price on the model you want. You want to get the process going via email because there's going to be some back and forth, and you don't want to be playing phone tag with them. The call should be quick and easy, and don't try to get pricing over the phone. You'll just end up playing a lot of phone tag. Here's how a conversation should go. Hello, I'd like to speak to the internet sales manager.
Hold, please. Hello, how can I help you?
Hi, I'm interested in your stock number 42867B. Can you send someone out to put their hands on this vehicle and verify that it's there? I'm looking to purchase this month, and I'd like to get your best price on this vehicle.
At this point, they will want your email and or phone number so they can get back to you. This is fine. Give them your contact information. After they have confirmed the car is there, you finish up by saying,
I'd like you to quote me your best out-the-door price, including taxes and all fees. My zip code is 58801, so you can calculate the taxes. Of course, use your own zip code. I'm going to be busy for the rest of the day, and I prefer that you email or text me the quote. Also, let me grab your email in case I don't hear back from you.
So the goal is to open communication with someone at the dealer, give them the vehicle you're interested in, and ask them to give you that out-the-door price via email or text. That's all there is to it. Most will abide with this without any fuss. Every so often you'll get one that will try to ask you unrelated questions or just get you to come to the dealership. Just tell them you're short on time and you just want everything done through email or text to get started. Make sure you jot down the following for each dealership that you contact: the dealership's name, the name of the internet manager or the staff member that you chose to talk to, their phone number and email address. It's best if you keep track of everything on a spreadsheet so you don't lose track of important details. Otherwise, it can get confusing pretty quickly with all the different vehicles, prices, colors, and all the details to keep track of, plus all the back and forth that you'll have on pricing.
When calling the majority of dealerships, there's no need for you to be anxious or nervous about it. From our experience, most internet managers and other members of the management team will not try to use high-pressure sales tactics on you. For the most part, they're professional and realize from your phone contact that you're an informed consumer.
Pro tip right here: the best time to make these calls is near the end of the month when dealers are trying to meet their sales quotas. Don't wait till the very last minute of the last day. You need to give the process a few days to finalize. The best days are actually Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays when dealerships are a little bit less busy.
Step number 4, it's time now to follow up with dealerships. For the dealerships that you had to manually contact, you should start receiving responses the same day, at least from dealers who have a good follow-up process in place. But like all of us, they do make some mistakes or get a little lazy in the process. Some get busy and forget to send you a price. In fact, about half the time you may not receive a bid at all. You should follow up with the ones who don't send you an OTD bid. It doesn't mean they won't give you a good deal. A likely reason is they simply forgot or maybe thought you weren't a serious buyer.
In addition to not receiving bids from some dealers, you will often receive bids with missing or incomplete information. Sometimes they will just send an out-the-door price without any other information. Sometimes they will only quote you a price without MSRP or other details. You'll need to standardize their bids so that you can compare them fairly. If it's not provided, follow up and let them know that you need more clarification of the details on their bid. They will usually respond accordingly, and it can take a bit of prodding sometimes.
And if they tell you that we can't do this, you can say, well, interesting, but I have this response from 5 other dealers. All right, step number 5, don't forget to give dealers a chance to beat the lowest bid. After you receive at least 7 price bids, including the automated ones that you got through Cars Direct or TrueCar.com, compare and determine which dealer offered the best deal. First, see who offered the lowest price. Then look at the additional fees, such as dock fee that they might expect you to pay for at that dealer. Add it all up and figure out who offered the lowest price overall after taking into account all the additional fees. Keep in mind that some dealerships will charge a different amount for dock fees or other fees. It depends on the state that you're shopping in. You need to take this into account when determining who offered the best price.
After determining the lowest overall price, you need to contact each internet manager and offer them a chance to beat it. Start with the worst bid and work your way down. Each phone call or email will have to be customized to that specific dealer to take into account the different fees that you may have encountered.
Here's a juicy tip you can offer each dealer as an incentive to lower their bid. The incentive is that you are going to promise to give them a 100% rating on the customer satisfaction survey you'll receive after purchasing. The survey sent to each car buyer by the manufacturer. It's their way of keeping tabs on dealerships and determining which dealerships are treating their customers right. And believe me, those dealers need those reviews done.
Yep.
Customer satisfaction surveys are very important to dealers and can result in large bonuses for each car they sell as long as the ratings are good.
Another motivational incentive you can offer is the promise to service your car at their dealership after the sale. Car dealers make a large bulk of their profit on parts and services, so this is a great incentive for them. To keep things fair, only promise this if you really do intend to service your car at that dealership. Obviously, no one will believe you if you live 100 miles away. It's best to call each internet manager starting with the highest bid and see if they will beat the lowest price. This way, when one does offer a lower bid, the next call you make will include this lower bid, and so on. And if you really don't like calling, an email will still be effective. It will just take a little longer.
Next, number 6, you'll finalize the deal in writing and make arrangements to pick up your car. By now, you should have your lowest price, so call or email the dealership and get everything in writing before you actually go to the dealer. Never get sucked into going there before it's all in writing. Do not go to the dealership without having it printed out and holding it in your hot, sweaty hand.
That's right. Sometimes you'll get a dealer who places the low bid just to trick you into coming into the dealership. When you get there, they'll come up with some story about how the car you wanted is no longer available. They'll try to sell you another car at a higher profit, banking on the fact that since you're already here at their dealership, it'll be too much hassle for you to walk out and go home.
What you're going to request from the lowest bidder is a signed purchase order detailing everything you agreed to. This should include the VIN or vehicle identification number, the MSRP, invoice price, all additional fees including tax, title, registration, and doc fee, plus the final OTD out the door price. Go to the dealership with a printout of the deal, sign the paperwork, pay, and you're on your way home with a new car knowing that you got a great deal. If the dealer is less than 50 miles away, you can even request that they deliver the vehicle with the paperwork to you. This makes the process even more convenient, and better yet, you don't have to deal with the finance manager.
If for some reason the dealer comes up with an excuse why they can't sell you the car, even with written proof, explain that you're not there to play games. If they are not willing to give you the deal they promised, be willing to walk away and let them know that you will be posting negative reviews about your experience online and will be filing a complaint with your state attorney general's office. If that doesn't jolt them into completing the deal, still walk away and choose the next lowest bidder on your list.
That's it. You now have the knowledge to get the lowest price on any car. Good luck, friends. If you found this video helpful, remember to give us that great big thumbs up, share it with friends, and leave a comment down below. Please let us know about your car buying experiences. If you use these techniques to get a great car deal, share it in our comment section down below. We love hearing your stories, and great comments always help the Homework Guy community. Also, if you'd like help from one of our car buying coaches, please let us know at 701-441-3399.
Remember to visit our website, thehomeworkguy.com, where we have plenty of free resources for you to read, but also join us on Facebook too. The Homework Guy team is always here to represent you, the car buyer. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.
To all of you long-term subscribers out there, you guys rock. God bless you all. I'm Kevin Hunter, the Homework Guy, signing off on behalf of the amazing Elizabeth and our entire hassle-free Homework Guy team. Thanks for listening.